It is time for our poetry headliner of the evening. Something I'm very excited for. Someone who I've seen grow from strength to strength to strength in the last year. And it's funny, I was talking to Arcadia earlier, and it's a year ago since me, Arcadia, a few others, and our feature were actually in Morocco. And we were on like a writer's retreat with Flo, with the Flow Assist. And after that trip, to see this person just be on the scene and to see them get the appreciation that they deserve, that their level of wordplay is amazing. So there's going to be lyrics that you're going to hear that you're not going to get until you hear them again. They're going to go over your head. Honestly, one of my favorite writers to listen to, and I'm very happy that they're here this evening. So before they come to the stage, can I please get everyone to stand to their feet, is what we do for our features. And please give a massive, massive round of applause for our amazing feature, Articulit!
I'm articulate, and that's lit, not late. Well, actually, I'll be surprised if I'm on time today, but all of you have paid. Undoubtedly in faith that you would see something great before you leave here today. Or even better, to the letter like Y and A, hear my fury at the world as I release my rage, or empower all the girls as I throw some shade. So I'm more than keen and ready to be getting underway. Right as Flo, what are you saying, though? You all right, yeah? As you heard, I am articulate. I'm going to share 4 poems with you today. Some of them are going to make you laugh. Some of them are going to make you consider things deeply. But one thing, if you do not like wordplay, I would suggest leave now. So we're going to get right into it. I don't know if any of you have ever been at a stage or on a stage in life where you've kind of let your ambition take over your mental health, your physical health. Well, a few years ago, I looked out from my pit of depression and I thought, bloody heck, I need a break. So this poem is called Hungry. Here's a toast to being burnt out. Turns out, I can't get it cracking unless I'm sunny side up. I rise up and it's dawning. Eyes runny, but it's funny. I'm still hungry in my morning. See, my mind is full with warnings. Left over from the past. Lord, there's a fat chance that it benefits my heart. It's hard when I can't see better days. Waffle on scared that I won't be topping. Yesterday, I feed the feeling all the same. Starving by the roses in my brain. I ask for peace, but I keep on getting peanuts in exchange. Wait, am I just a nutter? Cause clutter in my mind, honey, that's my bread and butter. Is utterly ridiculous. Fucked like it's promiscuous. The issue is, I thought I was sick, but now I'm sick of this. Shit, I ain't got the flu. Written off, I've bitten off way more than I can chew. It's true, and I'm having to digest it. Rest ain't a joke, so I don't want to digest in. My time is mine, and I don't care who chimes in. It's never too late, you see. I'm on God's timing. Why my days, they need a curfew? Because having too much on your plate doesn't actually serve you. It messes with your system. But verbal diarrhea makes it hard for you to listen. Think quietly. Because drinking in society only sees opinions start entwining with anxiety. The higher me is different. Got too much to espresso. I stay grounded in my vision. Had to filter my decisions. Stop moving like a donut. Because a life iced with stress ain't what constitutes a grown-up. Own up. Growth is knowing what you can take. Because doing too much will have you flat just like a pancake. Drove myself into the ground like the handbrake's off. Stop. Plus there's too many chefs trying to input in my broth. They took my sauce and I got lost. Been struggling to catch up. In hindsight, really, I should have just let up, get up and be calmer. Don't bite off the hand. You're your biggest enemy, so please just understand if you don't conserve your energy, you'll end up in a jam. Now it's solo trips to Palma because I'm over going ham. Damn. I ain't trying to be spread thin. On account of my account looking something like a bread bin, others' earnings can't discern the direction that I head in. It's a lesson and I'm learning not to burn at both my ends, overdone it once again. The problem is that milking shit's my serial offense. Guess that's just why my Cocoa Pops go loco when I do a lot, no less. Progress ain't measured by your friendship, will send you round the bend. And bending ain't essential. Ain't conforming to this world will have you going mental. Why I don't stay continental. That's ascending to a better place. Being egged on to meditate. Let it take me. Smoking like I'm baking. My hash brown, weeds green. That's the shit that really saved me when I tried to satisfy the praise that I've been craving. So listen when I say it. And make sure you listen hard. Don't let your hunger kill you. Just take a break. Fast. Thank you. Ooh. Bloody hot up here. Thanks, guys. So, this next poem is actually my new favourite. And it kind of focuses on the fact that I think since COVID, we've become a much more digital and isolated world. A lot of our interactions come through social media, and those interactions aren't always exactly what's going on at home. So this is called Anti-Socials. When did we start watching stories instead of listening to them? Do you give your phone the same attention you've been giving to your friends? Because suicide is on the rise, like we're jumping on a trend. We're so connected on the socials, but so socially inept. This is a direct message. 1 every 40 seconds. How many more will have to die by the time that we address it? Another timeline cut short morphs into the percentage. So scared to overshare while being driven by excess. It's weird. We fear what lies beneath all the pretending. Life looks idealized, so now we try and blend in. That's show homes and Benzes. 10K at the dentist. This fake smile epidemic goes beyond the turkey teeth. I see that we've got holes in our system. Our apathy makes cavities a permanent fixture. So let's be real. There's always two sides to the picture, because inside and online are looking quite different, like they just got off a flight from a clinic in Izmir. You know what I'm talking about. Is mere humanity too much to ask? Why are heart-to-hearts hard like? We'll pass and double that, but spend our days heart in a page. I'd say that's double tapped, real facts. And when I recap my month, I ain't posting pics, I'm sharing trauma dumps. Hear your morning shit and they start getting flushed or bored a bit before they're in a rush. It's just snapping chats in half always made me feel a bit off. Like TikTok, sounds like algorithm and blues. We switch off as we dance to our community's tune, and I assume that's why men are deemed weak if they speak to their guys when the real live streams are pouring out of their eyes. And the self-help guides, yeah, they already read it. Can't do anything else for them. Forced to choose a post-mortem over feeling indebted. I get it. Because being caught in a dark web's a humbling place. People ask me what's sad, not sad, I'm okay when there's piles of dirty tumblers all over my space. Discord's the only thing that I can pull out of my brain, and word down the vine is I ain't washed for 5 days. It takes all of 6 seconds to call and just check in. Don't reach out just for impressions. How we showing pecs and breasts but can't get off what's on our chests. Avert our eyes any time that our minds become undressed. It's like we're blind to the reflection. And I question why the gram was the full measure of my worth. Have you got fam or only fans? Use your name and where you're at, but they can't handle it. Your worst, it hurts. Because there's been times I was train spotting at the station, but these platforms don't tell you to mind the gaps in communication. You see, silence often calls for the most consideration. Don't book it, just face it. We can't stay complacent. It's damaging, like how an ex limits your character. The problem's getting bigger than our circle and our avatars. Pandora's box, it can't be camouflaged, in hopes that it will get betterer. So if you're triggered by this bulletin, please don't shoot the messenger. It's we who hold the answer. Because this cancer's been living in our cells, spread by certain influenzas. No surprise that we're not well. It's mad. Can we just have a chat without the GPT? Pour in us and pour in cups of the PGT. It's a lost touch behind these teeny screens. And so I plead that we defeat this spiral. Let's share, take off the masks, and let the care go viral. Thank you. It's boiling up here, so if you see me sweating, just mind your business, all right? Thank you. So, these are hot off the press. New shit. And I'm not usually a political poet. I feel like puns don't lend themselves well to serious matters. But I saw a quote the other day from Nina Simone which said, it's a poet's duty to reflect the times, or it's an artist's duty to reflect the times. So just a trigger warning if anyone wants to leave. But this poem is called Occupation. I thought a government's occupation was to keep its nations calm, protecting them from harm. But the government's been broke. There's a prison wide open, impossible to cope. And so there's rage behind these bars. That's on the genocide. But they're saying that it isn't. More than a bad taste, it's increasingly insipid, raising death rates all because the mission shifted, and the less they're fired up, I guess the higher their position. My God, complicity is odd. But for certain politicians, occupation is their job. And speaking of jobs, what's the role that we play? As we're scrolling on our phones, a luxury to look away, post the general consensus because they censor what we say, but Insta's meta match because you can't shadow ban this stage. Shedding light's a fight when we're surrounded by this darkness. Chips are down, put your money where your heart and where your mouth is. Being careful where you spend. Corporations I've been doubting since way back when, and good old Mickey D's I think we can do without because your Big Mac's funding a Big Mac 10. That's real greed all on the feed. This ain't the big back trend. And you can go around the houses, but there isn't any left yet. Photographers, they stay, just blowing off the roof, accused of terrorism when they only shoot the truth, can't capture all the negatives, because that would be the proof. I thought the job of headlines was to simply tell the news. So why the heads line up in camps with no water and no food? No reporting on the slaughter or the stories of abuse. A nation starved, let's put our voice to use because it's going to take an army to initiate a truce. Wait. I mean ceasefire. Ain't a question of religion. I ain't preaching to the choir with the countries up in arms. Are you seriously not tired? And you know the arms job is to hug and to catch. But that's kind of hard with dust and ash. Leave your 6 kids for a minute and then come straight back and they're all burnt in the tent like you never was a dad. Mad. And did you know a head's job is staying firmly on the shoulders? Well, a baby's job is actually surviving till it's older, under rubble and in trouble, lost their parents, still they're scolded. And you know a shell's job is looking pretty on the beach. So why is there shells flying from the river to the sea? If you hear the people crying, then you can't let it be. Let the protest stay in waves till Palestine is free, till Congo is free, till Yemen is free, till Sudan is free, till Haiti is free. And our job as poets is simply to speak. Thank you. We've come to the last poem. Oh. And I don't really write poems about love because I've never really had anything positive to say. However, I have recently been on a path of self-growth, really getting in touch with myself, God, and just, getting on the straight and narrow. So this poem is called Princess Treatment. I hope you know your fairy tales. Once upon a time, I thought I'd be a wife. Perfect little life by the age of 25. I don't know why I was surprised when it failed each time I tried. I guess that fairy tales ain't that much better than a lie. You see, I've kissed too many frogs and now I don't know who's human. Trying to find my fantasy between the bleeding and the bruises. Wish I knew to be more careful with the suitors I was choosing. I've been played too many times, just like your favorite childhood movies. It's true, these conquests never end in a rescue. You have to save yourself if you want to be the best you, and not just the one he picks. A sleeping beauty till I started dealing with pricks. Thought he was magnificent, ignored all his maleficence, envisioned it be different because I was just that chick. I wish that true love's kiss could break the curse of my ego. Round and round or up and down was the only places we'd go. Leaves no time to heal. But there's something that I liked about that spinning wheel. Right back in the saddle, had that giddy feel. Then he'd stir up my emotions when he's digging in his heels. Noble steed? Nay, he isn't. Still I couldn't get ridden. Why I talked to him from prison once he'd given in his prince. Charming. So enamored I forgot to be alarmed, and I thought it was calm. He had me missing my alarms, wasted time defining us when I was distant in his arms. He'd spend our nights in shining armor because he couldn't let me in. Steps ordered by his father like a diktat from the king, but the dick that comes with trauma is always a bad thing. Well, it wasn't doing much for my skin or aura. Fallible and stubborn, no surprise that he's a Taurus. Poor us. Our chemistry collided like a hadron. But the feelings, they weren't mutual yet. We just let it drag on. I confess it was confusing. We just blamed it on the passion. Still the bugger's getting lucky because I pull up with no pants on. But my feminine's irrelevant. He made a man of me. Invaded all my thoughts and had me spend all of my peas. Chest was way too high and we smoked all of the weed. Hun, I'm trying to build an empire. I need way more than a piece. Still he liked to dictate. Mistake if I scorned him. He'd make an ass of me. I'd make him waffles in the morning, and while he pissed me off, I couldn't say that he was boring. Layered like an onion and a tongue just full of stories. So when he couldn't call me, he'd text. And so my exit, it never went as planned. Too good with his hands, he didn't give a toss about my little muffin top and had my buttons popping off just like the gingerbread man. Hated how I'd miss it, kissing me properly too. See, I thought that he would be my bippity-boppity boo. I could never quite tell. Provide some insight to why he's on strike 12. Well, those same hands at midnight swayed my eye right off the ball. Like I just let it slip. Oh, got ugly like the sisters, tripping over misters. I romanticized the fall and no more. I'm morphing back to my original self, because there's no wand worth the continual rough spells. Pushed into that hole, it was nothing less than hell. So no penny for my thoughts, I just wish him well. True tell. Sorry, one sec. Couldn't bear the feeling dumb. Feeding me these crumbs. It was way too much to handle. Guess that I'm just dropping out the D. Now I'm lighting up my candles and I'm focusing on me. That's oud and tonka bean or vanilla and the jasmine. I need a real man. It ain't time to let a lad in, cause me, I'm trying to see a whole new world. I want to love this rubber stamped. I don't want a rubber lamp to have my wishes met in spirit. Fred, I'm sure you understand. He was my genie's weak, all the pleasure in my hand, but sick of being buried treasure. I ain't sinking in the sand. I'm taking measures to ensure the carpet ain't prized from my feet. I watched a man turn to a beast right before my very eyes when conveniently the tea left out as sugar on the side. There was a loomy air before I shedded all the light. Now there's a chip on both his shoulders because I saw straight through the lies. But that's a tale as old as time. At least I've got a tale to tell. Without all of the woes, I wouldn't master growth, but now I'd rather my rose over giving him a bell, so had to let it go or else I get cold-hearted. And I think that things are better since we're dearly departed, so I don't know if you can tell. I'm kind of done with being distressed like a damsel, treated like a mistress, no respect for my damn self. Thought I found a rider, but I was just entangled. Didn't know my love language, he could barely speak Espanol. I just want to let my hair down, so it's chow to all the shackles. Fair share of bad apples. Had to grapple with my choices. Naive, no self-esteem, it got me picking all the poison without any questions. Mirror, mirror on the wall, it's time for some reflection. Why I cut my heart out for the people that I let in. What a dwarfed all of my thoughts, and so alpha that he hunts. Man, I just want someone to know me. Not to give a shit if I'm a little bit dopey. Love me just the same when I'm grumpy and I'm dozy. Sorry, sleepy. Wanna feel happy in the knowledge that he needs me. Just calls the doc for fun cause he's already done healing. And even when I am a handful, won't allow me to be bashful and knows that he's already got me covered like I'm sneezy. It's easy to be free. Now I ain't holding my breath. This ain't some wishy-washy rant, nah, my plan has legs, and with that said, I'm standing on my own 2 feet, drowning out the noise just like I'm under the sea. Now I'm in tune with all the signals like an aerial TV, and my crown, I try it on. Now I got something to believe in, cause me, yeah, I want princess treatment. Thank you. Thank you very much. If you, thanks guys. If you want to follow me on socials, my Instagram is Articulit, that's ARTICU.lit. Also, on my birthday, 4th of July, I'm launching it's called Rapping Reviews. And it's like food and kind of going out reviews in rap/poetry style. So that's Rapping Reviews with no G if you want to follow that as well. Thank you very much, guys.
Give it up one more time for the incredible Articulit. Yeah, man, you need to release a book because we need to be able to read all of that because the wordplay just, yeah, absolutely crazy. So in the break, if you get a chance, please go and speak to her, give her her flowers. She fully deserves it.